first session on day two. England have been bundled out for 353. Joe Root remains unbeaten on a 119. But Ravindra Jadeja was the individual who took the remaining three wickets today. 353, 51 runs more than what they had on the start of day two because they finished day one at 302 for 7.
Yep.
353, Harshad, what do you think? Is it a good total? It's a great recovery, we admit that, but it's a good total. But is it going to trouble India looking at how the pitch is behaving?
I think Siddharth, it's unique and peculiar in a way that the pitch has behaved. Truth be told, because yes, of course, with the sun beating down now and the nature of the pitch could change. Let's say as we go ahead in the day. But I think it's some promise as a batter. I think I won't be too scared going out to bat. The kind of demons that you saw from the pitch day one, first session, new ball moving around, you didn't quite see the same happen today when only after just the first two balls was Mohammad Siraj then given the new ball in the middle of the first over. But the ball didn't move around as much, neither for him nor for Akashdeep. So that gives me some sort of confidence in the Indian batters that they need not be going with a clouded sort of a mind that, any ball can have my name, as let's say was the case you thought yesterday on a couple of occasions. Yes, there was some bounce, additional bounce that you saw today. I remember this ball shooting over, I think it was Robinson who was on strike. Then it went over Jurel as well. Siraj was the bowler then. But otherwise, there's been little evidence to sort of feel that these aren't batting conditions. I think there's been a good change in terms of the wicket from a batting perspective from this first session, which is where that challenging 1 hour 1 hour 20 minutes that we saw. After that, I think conditions have only become better. Today also felt like the same, because for the longest time I don't remember either of them being troubled. Ollie Robinson, by the way, had he played conventional cricket, safe cricket, I don't think he would have been dismissed. But otherwise, he done well and he wasn't looking perturbed, let's say, or neither was Joe Root. I think he also looked very, very comfortable today.
Very comfortable. See the ball. If you see the left-handers bowling, I mean, if you look at Kuldeep and Jaddu bowling, you saw that the ball was keeping low. Okay, but you can play it off the back foot because
Yes.
what Akashdeep said in the press conference, I think that holds very valid as a bowler. He said that there is not much movement in the air. There is not much movement that you're getting from the cracks that are there on the pitch, and also because of the fact this pitch is slow. Whatever turn is available, it's slow.
Slow turn.
Now look at the three wickets that have fallen. Ollie Robinson gave his wicket away after stitching a 102-run stand. Only the second time in England, 8th-wicket pair has stitched a 100-plus run stand. Incidentally, it was Liam Dawson and Adil Rashid 8 years ago in
But
Chennai.
India won that match.
India won that match. So, Ollie Robinson giving his wicket away, Bashir playing a bad shot, Anderson, okay, he got the ball to just come back in. It was turn, but it could have beaten any top order bat also with that kind of turn. So, there is actually nothing on the pitch as such which should worry India.
Exactly.
And he said, once a new ball hardness goes away, it becomes difficult to take wickets. Because what happened? The new ball lost its hardness after the 25th over. Then after that, you saw 190 runs were made by England in 2 sessions with just 2 wickets. So, looking at this way, England will have to struggle England will have to bowl out of their skins to get through this Indian batting lineup, because as you've seen, barring Hyderabad, every single innings the Indian batting has stepped up. It's not one, it's not two. The entire top order has clicked. Rohit clicked, Jaddu clicked, Shubman clicked, Sarfaraz has clicked. Yashasvi has been in prime form with over 600 runs. So that's why England will have a very, very tough task. And as Sarat Chandra is rightly pointing out, there is nothing in the pitch, so expect a good score from India. Survive the session and play on and on.
Exactly. I think Sarat Chandra Yalamarti has hit the nail on its head. If India are to, just get past that first hour, let's say those first 45 minutes, 1 hour, then you would like to believe that India really have the batting, and they have some of these batters in form who can really go ahead and outscore England in the first innings and do it by a margin, let's say. And that should be India's idea if conditions are to be the way that they are at the moment. If conditions are to sort of change, then, well, we'll have to wait and watch what could then be a competitive score for India to stay alive in the match. But otherwise, as things stand, it looks like there are still very good batting conditions out there. Just the first 45 minutes, 1 hour, as Siddharth rightly pointed out. And I think a lot of it has to do with the seam, let's say. Once the prominence of the seam is gone, once that ball starts to get old, not much is it that you're going to be getting from the cracks. So once that ball gets old, once the fast bowlers are taken out of the equation, then you're not getting prodigious amount of turn that can trouble batters over here. Very true turn, let's say. It's not gripping a lot for the batters to be troubled. You didn't see that happen yesterday. You didn't see that happen today as well. Yes, there was half a chance where Kuldeep did manage to outfox Joe Root and get that outside edge, but the ball didn't carry. But apart from that, there wasn't a lot of trouble for neither Ollie Pope nor Joe Root. Both of those batters playing the bulk of this 1 hour, 6 minutes roughly that they played today, England.
And if you look at it, that edge was one good indication that the wicket is very slow because it didn't carry. Normally, if it was faster, it would have carried to the pace bowler. It would have carried to slip quite easily, but it's not carrying. So that means the spinners will have to really work out. It's slow turn. And there are a lot of people who are saying, I mean, for example, Ashish Dhar is saying at least 40-50 runs extra. India needs 400 to rest back the initiative. I would say they will need much more than 400.
See, I agree that, maybe you could have made easy work of Ollie Robinson, but he's a handy bat, as we know. Today was just his day, let's say, in many ways. He getting to his highest test score, maiden test 50 for him as well. I think 43 odd was his highest score prior to this particular match. A special moment indeed it must be for him. I'm not quite sure of all the wickets that he's taken. Would he cherish that more?
I think he would cherish
or
that
the
more,
50 more.
If he gets wickets today, he will cherish this a lot more because what Rookie Tech is also saying, India missed their chances. Same Hyderabad captaincy with waiting for wickets. 353 is a good score considering the cracks and India has to bat last. He reckons that, okay, once again Rohit Sharma didn't show the proactivity. He waited for things to happen.
I think the Indian team and Rohit Sharma are a little guilty of that, Siddharth.
Yesterday.
Especially the first hour today as well. I think you were expecting a lot off the deck. You were expecting the pitch to assist you because one of the first questions that I had in mind when Jadeja came into the attack was, where is the leg slip? Where is the leg slip? Where is the short leg? Where are we trying to put the pressure back on England? They already got those extra couple of runs yesterday, extra few runs yesterday. They had a bit of a partnership going between Root and Robinson, one which appeared to be a thorn in India's flesh. But where was the pressure? You had to be, imposing yourself on the opposition. Wasn't quite the case today for the longest time, I felt. After India got that first wicket today, yes, I would say that field setting was there to, put the pressure back on the opposition. But in the starting 45 minutes, 50 minutes, I would like to say that I didn't see that sort of body language from the Indian captain or from India as a unit, because again, it was too spread out the field for me to begin with. You needed people closing in so that there was some sort of pressure, especially on Robinson. Just imagine if you out there is two people in the slip corner, or at least there's one player in the slip, then you've got a silly point, then you've got a short leg. If you have that kind of field set, that puts pressure on you as a batter. But today, yes, there was a silly point, but there was nobody at short leg.
Nobody at short leg, and because of that, see what happened to Ashwin Ankar Biswas. We'll have a detailed discussion at the lunch break because a lot of things will be spoken at it because the players are already out there. Yashasvi Jaiswal and Rohit Sharma and Piyush Nandri. Why are Yashasvi out before lunch? Don't expect
Okay,
that.
quick predictions. India have got 1 hour or 45 minutes.
I think what's the time?
Yeah,
You've got about
minutes.
41 minutes of play, and I think India will make about 45 for no loss.
A minute or around a minute?
Around a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, 45 for no loss.
I think India will be 55 for no loss. I think there's some runs coming.
Okay, because
Look
see,
good batting
but why is
conditions.
Piyush Nandre wanting Yashasvi Jaiswal out? Either he wants to reverse jinx it that okay, he will not be out there. Otherwise,
Is he trying to do a GGK?
he intends to do a GGK because see, yes, a failure is due for Jaiswal, but then let's see. I hope it doesn't happen now.
like-
Daniel is saying Robinson's decent bowling stats against India, but only in England, not here.
He's picked up Virat's wicket, if I recall.
Of course, Leeds, he picked him up very well. So that's why, yeah, let's see. We have given our predictions. Anderson has bowled the first ball to Jaiswal, and I think we have only a slip in place. Just one slip in
That
place.
tells you That tells you what England are thinking as well, or what they make of the pitch. Also, we see some
No,
score
three slips,
score
three slips,
projections
and yeah, there
from
is three
you
slips
as
and a
well.
short leg.
Ashish Dhar has gone with 50 for no loss, very close to what Siddharth and I predicted. Priyanshu says 30 for 2. And then Shreyansh Pudupetti says if England get new ball wickets, then match is on. Of course,
Yashasvi
goes
will
without
score
saying.
another 100.
Says sports fans. So yeah, we'll have to wait and watch whether.
Yeah, not much bounce and movement. So you got three slips and a gully and a short leg for Jaiswal. But there is not much of movement of the deck also, not much of bounce as well. It's a dead pitch. Let's be very, very honest about it. It's a dead pitch. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us. We'll be back.